Asemo. Kevin Taylor wabe reply Muslims omo social media omo ka say I ono Kevin Taylor after we did the Quran and afi Prophet Muhammad attempt after Kevin Taylor say on didi Prophet Muhammad any Quran and as a Muslim nibia attempt after now omo share ono Kevin Taylor any program no omo be the answer say after ono Kevin Taylor obia o preach about peace after any of your Muslims no or bomb abaso ntaya no one say brand bi after mo na my social media say I ono Kevin Taylor we did your matter after Kevin Taylor wa church after yentie.
There is something going around on social media, Facebook, YouTube, and I could see say nipebi I imagine say they are going to use me to pay their rent. Some group of politicians, some group of Ghanaians, I imagine say Kevin Taylor has been doing something here. It is enlightening Ghanaians, especially our Muslim brothers and sisters. So the agenda is that find ways and pitch Kevin Taylor against the Muslim community or the Islamic religion. And it's something it's quite interesting. Now, this issue of an episode, and I'm directing this issue to our Muslim brothers and sisters. The issue was about Quran. The issue was about Islam. But I want to say this. That particular episode, the topic wasn't about Islam. The topic wasn't about Quran. Any statement in my video, which I will not sit here and say it wasn't me, no. They were, some were examples, some were emphatic statements, there are different issues near Kanoha. Ubi betuma ka sembi na eyentro. Ubi betuma ka sembi nebia ubonjo so. Enchesa asemni yentro. The fact is bia ubonjo so no emma asemni yentro. So everything you saw in that video going around, MPP boys, some Zongo boys, social media, putting out there, forcing some of our Muslim brothers and sisters to accept, and turn around to put pressure on our production that ye di a year Quran attempt, ye di a year Prophet Muhammad attempt. And let me correct this. I am not a Muslim. And if even Muslims, sometimes more Muslims, you mention Muhammad's name and you forget to add prophet. And if people have been watching this show for years, and I say, be honest with yourself as a Muslim, or yeah, sorry 5 times a day. Muslim, oh yeah, incrimuni papa. That's a watch show from day one till date. You will respect and understand, say, métier. Some of you Muslims, Krano, I respect the Islamic religion than some of you. With all due respect, and I'm going to say it. Actually, you want to be canon. Actually, you want to do politics with what I'm doing, I'm saying today. If there is any platform I show our Islamic religion a lot of respect, is this platform. If there's any journalist who has shown the religion, any Muslims in Ghana respect, it is this platform. If there's any platform I show the Quran respect, it is this platform.
Social media na man for say, "Inti Kevin Taylor would make kasa boko sa." And I'm saying, "Oh, Kevin Taylor would make kasa sa." Ebiso kekase no Kevin Taylor o ma boni shake. I say Kevin Taylor sisi ade. Ajofo ehun aka no. Na Kevin Taylor se dey bi ehun kan no. Na ono no amanfo bi kekase o ma pachaw. No Kevin Taylor ajofo waswe so no enya dia obepa Muslim ni bi achaw because on didi obi atem. Obi a video e so no Kevin Taylor we di Muslims for atem ajofo o mo fa sa evidence no embra bonte. Na mpempren de ono eko bedu Taylor.
My name is Kevin Akufo-Addo Taylor. I will never on earth admit to a sin I did not commit. I respect every single person watching me. Every single Muslim I wish be free a wiase afa na nyina impeni4 to nkora to Allah to the prophet, to the Quran, no man on earth can force me to apologize for a sin I, Akufo-Addo Taylor, did not commit. Whatever statement I made on my show, I am still yet to see anybody who calls himself a Muslim, a human being like myself, say it is a lie. Whatever you are not pleased with was an example I gave which isn't a lie. You might not like my example, but it is a fact, and that does not make it a lie. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because if today, as I sit here, and the kind of respect I have for Allah, I have for the religion, I have for the Quran, if I sit here and allow men to force me to admit a sin against Quran, against Allah, against the Islamic religion, do you know what I have done? I have directly told Allah that I have sinned against him. I don't have that energy to stand before Allah and answer a sin I did not commit. Ebia Muslims are mutim no mo ya propaganda chicha video to TV so no. Sometimes no mo dwen say bia mo rent na mo bese mutia politician mi dey hye mo chi any other identity. You have gotten something. No, you got nothing. Enko baby, I'm mentioning mo say. No man can force me to apologize to a sin I haven't committed. I'm not going to apologize because on Judgment Day, I cannot stand before Allah and knowing my heart that I did not commit a sin against Allah, His word, and the religion. I will not force a man to tell me to say I have committed a sin against Allah, because I cannot answer that question when Allah asked me. Because I, as Kevin Taylor, I will stand before Allah as an individual. If even I have committed a sin, it wasn't against any of you men. It was against Allah. So no man can force me here to admit to a sin I haven't committed. I am human. I came from humble beginnings. When I make a mistake, a genuine one, I am not God. I will humble myself and I will admit to it. But if I haven't, or when I haven't committed a sin, I will never admit to a sin that I haven't committed, especially a sin that men are forcing me to accept against Allah. Never. So I want to be straight on this matter. Now, let me address this too. Some people were telling me, don't talk about religion. I will speak on religion, whether Islamic religion or Christian religion, Judaism, whatever religion that I feel like speaking on, I will speak on, because none of us own a religion. Religion in obia dia. Religion in obia papa dia. Religion in obia maame dia. We are all followers and we are practicing. So if I feel I want to speak about religion, I will speak about religion, and no man born by a woman on earth can tell me don't speak on religion. Nobody. Because you don't own it, and I also don't own it. I am making these statements for those boys who have gone to politicians to take money to sit on social media and cut pieces of my voices and join in to incite me or incite Muslims against me, that they are making the biggest mistake. You know why? Because any honest Muslim who watched my show or watching me today, any honest Muslim who prays 5 times a day knows honestly that I will never sit on this platform and denigrate Islam and denigrate the Quran. So I wanted to send this message out there. No man, and none of you guys chanting and speaking and wailing and I'll kill you, none of you men is even clean enough today, if Allah calls you, that you will make it to paradise. So how or why should I admit to you what you want me to admit to? Every auntie, uncle, grandma, imam, malam, the honest ones who watch me, they know that every day I sit here, the Quran, Islam, Allah is not something I joke with. That also does not mean if a Muslim or a Christian is misbehaving or fooling, I will sit back and keep quiet. No.
Now, Kevin Taylor, all kinds of some way no say debi asem we so wan kan ahwefo e ba ha no. Or say ono Kevin Taylor we hu say politicians ni bi omo hye eye Muslims community ahwefo e bi echi. Woko eye muntaka ahwefo sponsor bi eye wa allege say eye Bawumia eye vice president ahwefo ono so no wo hye eye amanfo bi echi a omo kase an omo mbo eye ono Kevin Taylor eye gumbe se na ebe ya ni dwumedia wo de wo social media na hwefo obe stop na Kevin Taylor se monte eye Islam no ase na so moti ase a na ka omo ma politicians bi enjusu omo te se pigs mpreku ahwefo enya me na me ka Kevin eka Kevin meboa.
People in the Islamic religion are becoming confrontational. They don't have the patience to listen to truth. Our Christian brothers too have become cunning. They are becoming cunning, or they have become cunning because they believe that when they lie about the truth, they will make wealth out of it. How on earth will a believer of Islam, and across the world we know Islam to be a religion of peace, how can a believer becomes angry when an unbeliever says, let's say unbeliever says something about a believer's religion? Why should he be angry? Let's say I made a mistake. Let's say I said what you are thinking I said. How come a believer becomes angry? So everybody now has become just a follower. Nobody is now practicing what Jesus and Muhammad, the prophet, came to practice on earth. That is why today the two religions are becoming weaker. Today you see somebody no busan say, "Oh ye pepeni," or say "ye wumi tumu." "Oh ye Christo," or say "Papa ko Anglican." It is so difficult for we to go out and win souls for Allah because of how we even understand the religion. I felt pity for some young men calling themselves Muslim men on social media, exhibiting the highest form of foolishness. Why? Because your actions does not attract anybody to Islam. And their actions, sir, the prophet would never do because he's not stupid. The prophet knew from day one that he cannot live in paradise alone, or whoever he wants to go join Allah cannot be there alone. He will need multitudes. So even at the point where things did not go well for the prophet, he kept his calm. He still knew that it wasn't going to be an easy thing at the end of the day. But Muslims today have become confrontational. You being confrontational, you coming at me aggressively, makes me more aggressive. Me my butt damn chemo. Those boys. Me, my butt damn chemo na. And I'm not scared of any of you. None of you boys. Whether one-on-one or whatever. None of you boys. You are jokers. You are lost. Sit back and go back to Makaranta and read the basics of Islam. I have not sinned against Allah. I have not sinned against the Holy Book, and I have not sinned against Islam. I will not submit to the pressures of men to admit a sin I never committed. I don't have the energy to stand before Allah on Judgment Day to answer to a sin men forced me to admit. So I would like to tell you, I will not apologize because I have not committed any sin against men. And I have not committed a sin against Allah. Honest Muslims know the truth. And they will stick with the truth. That is all that I can say. The days to come, I'll recognize some very important people and tell them that when these things happen, they happen for a reason. I'll keep speaking on religion Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, whatever religion comes up. I respect every religion, but I will not allow anyone to use religion to intimidate me, because we make up religion. I said I will speak on every religion if I feel like. I will not make men use religion to intimidate me. If you're a Muslim, live a straight life. If you're a Christian, live a life that we cannot sit here. We would never be able to sit here and criticize you. If you are a Jew, you live a life that we can never sit on this platform and criticize you. So I'm sending this message to these boys being fueled by politicians. And this has gone as low as the chief imam's office. Good evening to the chief imam. It has gone so low to the chief imam's office, where people in the chief imam's office are inciting young men who call themselves Muslims. You know what that word means? Muslims. Because politicians are feeding you people like pigs. And that is the last word any Muslim wants to hear. All these boys on social media, all these boys who are being cushioned by politicians, the Bawumia camp, Muntaka camp, to do this nonsense on social media, you have become pigs because you don't know how much you are worth. I am not a chicken. You might see me as a nice guy, but I'm my bottom. Every elderly person, elderly Muslim or Oshemi knows the respect I have for each of them. Every Muslim, elderly one, young ones, they know the genuine respect I have for all of them, and the respect I have for Islam, and the respect I have for the Quran, and respect for the Prophet. But I will not also allow anybody to hide behind religion to intimidate me.
Violence. I reply some of Muslims now after more social media or more blasted Kevin Taylor say we did Quran and afi Prophet Muhammad atem na Kevin Taylor say on didi obi atem. A man for so kasa on pacha. Kevin say on po obi biacha. Bone a on ye na or pacha wo de. Sabe yan fan tetene wo fie sa afrafo. Kevin Taylor say chire mu say politicians ni bi. Ena omu pimpia sa youth no etiko obekom krampo no na omunye Muslims afrafo. Chire wadwen e comment section ho e ma me afrafo na share video we na afrafo so ensa enkebi. Afrafo want me enkebi wa makramo.